Hello everybody, I'm very thrilled to make my debut here with Trondheim Symphony Orchestra this week. We have a really beautiful program in place because the proposal came from our management to have also the other Princess Astrid winner to play the Brahms Violin Concerto, and we have thought about how to program around it. And of course the idea started with Brahms and Dvořák. They are contemporaries. They have a sort of a love-hate relationship, which is very interesting because in the beginning, Brahms really supported and helped his career of Dvořák. But then, famously, at the point when Dvořák wrote the 8th Symphony, which is so beloved and so popular, he said, "It's great, but there is main course is missing from Johannes Brahms." And therefore, I want to also, with this funny little anecdote, I want to also pair that two pieces together, the Brahms Violin Concerto and the 8th Symphony of Dvořák, because to prove actually Brahms is perhaps not most accurate here, despite the greatness of all of his compositions, we can all agree. The 8th Symphony of Dvořák then led me to think to put Florence Price, Andante Moderato, is a tempo indication from one of his string quartets. And we have enlarged it for the string orchestra, so the wonderful strings of the Trondheim Symphony will play this together with me. This piece has a lot of similarities in generally the style of Florence Price music to evoke the African-American spirituals. So Dvořák took that route in his famous in the 9th Symphony, and I made this connection to think also Price, since the encouragement of Dvořák, Price also followed this path to use what is really the root of American culture to really put the spirituals in the music. And you can hear so clearly this nostalgic element. We start the program with this music, and is so intimate and a lot of a deep feeling of nostalgia that is so clear. Unfortunately, as we know, this music was actually championed at the time by great conductors such as Frederick Stock, Rafael Kubelik at the Chicago area. However, since then, with the departure of these conductors, unfortunately the music was barely heard, and some of the music was really recently rediscovered, and now it's getting more popular. So I'm very pleased to bring this program here. One thing about the Brahms Violin Concerto, I think is one of the greatest concerto that is without any question. And we have to also consider the fact that Brahms collaborated closely with Joachim to write this beautiful piece. And the relationship with Joachim is a little bit like his later relationship with Dvořák, who is younger than Brahms. With Joachim, he introduced Brahms to the circle of Schumann and so on. So therefore, Brahms was able to enter the world of the Viennese high music world as we know today, and establish himself as a composer. So in a way, this piece is almost like a sort of expression of his gratitude to Joachim. And you can see, for example, in the second theme of the first movement, he writes amabile, which means lovingly. It must be the translation for the violin and later for the orchestra. So it's a very clear indication there with Brahms, and you have this second movement that is so evocative and so like a simple cantilena, but then with the most delicate orchestration and the most genius harmony that is so famous from Brahms. And finale is sort of like a Zigeuner dance, a Hungarian sort of dance a little bit, with a lot of beautiful dance element that is also very virtuosic, so we can all enjoy the talent and the virtuosity of Yukari, our soloist. So I'm very much looking forward to this program and to share this music with all of you. Thank you very much.